It's 3:20 in the morning and I couldn't sleep. So I decided I'd see if I could finish this binding on this quilt. I've just got to this part to do. So I'm just going to work on it a few minutes. If I get sleepy, then I'll stop and I'll go back to bed. But that's what I'm putting this little binding on this quilt called Trip Around the World. I didn't turn the coffee pot on though. But I did put on a t-shirt, got up and got dressed, and there, somebody's up because I see two people already here. Y'all couldn't sleep either? I'm really close to getting this project done. Kim Burris, you're up. You got up? I couldn't sleep. I slept in the recliner for a while tonight, during the night, and then I got up and went to bed, and I wasn't sleeping, so I thought, let's just come in here and see who's up. And now there's four. Now there's four of you in here. And I don't know if I know Kim, and some of y'all may be new people just dropping by for a visit, see who's up. But Kim comes to my chats a lot, don't you, Kim? Are you feeling okay, Kim? Why are you up? I don't know why I'm up. I think that I'm just not sleeping as good as what I used to sleep. And I can sleep good in the recliner and I can lay down, then I can't go back to sleep. So I probably won't be on here a long time. But maybe long enough to finish this. And sometimes I do these live chats and I don't get to read the chat. Maybe I can read the chat tonight. Rowena's up. Good morning, Rowena. How are you guys doing, Rowena? And Kim says, I'm okay. Woke up for bathroom and just laying here. I really need to be sleeping because I'm on babysit today. This morning I'm going to have Deanna, and then at noon we're going to swap out, and Millie's coming. So we're going to split the little girls up. So I'll do something with one of them early and something with one of them later. Because you get the 4-year-old and the 2-year-old together, and you just can't do much, can't plan many projects. But what should I do with them? Should I cook with them or should I sew with them? What should I do? Play it by ear? Whatever comes up's what I do. Rowena's back is hurting. I'm sorry you're hurting, Rowena. My leg got better. A couple weeks ago, I was having a hard time with my leg, but it got all better. And I even went walking with my sisters and another lady yesterday. They came up and sewed, and then they wanted to go walking. I kind of wanted to stay and sew, but they wanted to walk, so I walked with them. And they walked for 20 minutes. A couple times I just waited and let them come back to where I was waiting on them. I didn't walk as fast as they did. I guess walking's good for you, but I wanted to be sewing. I think I'm fixing to sneeze. Maybe I won't. Linda Brookshire's up too. Good morning, Linda. Linda, I got your email and I got your text, and I'm going to get that fabric out to you today. I'm going to try to later today. Oh, Linda's up getting ready to go to work. Linda, when are you going to retire? Aren't you about old enough to retire? And stay home and quilt all the time? And there's Ashley Ratliff. Hello, Ashley. Uh-oh, Ashley's still having a lot of stomach pains. I'm sorry to hear that, Ashley. I was hoping they'd get you straightened out. You've been going on with this for almost a year, because it was last fall you were talking about your stomach pains. And here it is September, and I think last November you were talking about your stomach pains. Let's see. Linda says, I can retire the end of March, but I may work one more year. We'll see. Did your sister experience gallstones yet? I hadn't heard her say anything about them. Have you got gallstones now that you had your let's see, you had your gallbladder taken out, didn't you? I don't know. Maybe somebody else can tell you something. Because I sure don't know what to tell you, Ashley. So gallstones, well, I thought if they took your gallbladder out, they'd take care of the gallstones. But what do I know? I don't know nothing. I won't talk too much, and maybe it'll get quiet and y'all will go back to sleep. I won't keep y'all awake. If they remove the gallstones, that'd be what I would think, Kim. If they take out your gallbladder, then there's no gallstones, is what I think too. And now, hey, good morning, Liz Thibodeau. How are you this morning? Y'all are up early. 7 of you popped in here already. Let's see. I've finished 2 bindings on 2 quilts I had started for a long time. I finished the binding on them yesterday. You can still get the. I didn't know that. Didn't know you could still get them if you didn't have a gallbladder. And how's Liz this morning? Rowena's back hurts. Ashley's got gallstones. Kim, I didn't hear Kim complain about anything this morning. Liz says she's good. Me too, Liz, other than I couldn't sleep well. And sometimes when I'm trying to sleep, I think about you guys and what you're doing. So I have to get up and come on here to see if you guys are okay. I get too much screen time. I think I'm addicted to screen time on the computer. And is it a bad thing? I don't do bad things on here. Well, got 8 watching now. I'll be glad to have this big old quilt done. I've not minded working on it, but I'll be glad to get it all finished. And our friend Paul said he was going to purchase it, so we'll see. I won't hold him to it, but if he still wants it, he can send me a check and I'll send him a quilt. And Liz, what have you been working on? You been working on any projects? Let's see. Liz, I normally fall asleep while watching videos on TV. Yeah, I fell asleep in my recliner last night real early, which is pretty early. And slept there for a long time, too. I'm moving along here, little bit by little bit. Well, I see 9 of you. Who else has popped in here to see why we were up? Did you come in here to see why we was up? I can't see who you are. I can just see a little thing that tells me how many people are watching, but I can't tell who you are. So you can pop in privately, and I wouldn't know you's here. Liz says, yes, I've been working on a little town Christmas quilt and a baby quilt for my daughter's best friend. So you've been working, you've been busy. Well, now we're up to 10. 10 of you's awake. There's Melanie Taylor. Good morning, Melanie. We got a bunch of insomniacs here, don't we? And I'm not even going to talk too loud because my husband's hard of hearing and he's asleep, but I don't want to wake him up. So I'm not going to talk too loud. And I don't want to talk too loud to wake up your husbands either. So I whisper. Hello, freaking fabulous and friends. Is it good to see me at 3:30 in the morning? It's good to see you in here. Sometimes there's a good thing to have insomnia and be up. We get private chats with each other, don't we? You're trying to be quiet too. I won't make no noise. I'm going to be kind of quiet too, because it's the middle of the night. I won't do housework and stuff in the middle of the night because it might wake somebody up. Let's see. Freaking fabulous says, LOL, anytime is a good time to see you, hun. It's been a while since I've caught a live. I hadn't seen your name lately, but I do live sometimes and then I miss the chat because I'm off doing something else. And I apologize for that, but that's just the way my life is sometimes. Liz, I just snacked on a graham crackers and milk. It usually helps you fall back to sleep. I love graham crackers and milk. I'll take them graham crackers and dip them in that milk and eat them before they fall apart. I love that. That's a good snack. And I tried to teach the little granddaughters how to eat graham crackers and milk. But if you don't eat them graham crackers pretty quick after you dip them in the milk, they fall apart, though. I was thinking if I could be quiet enough to snow, so maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna, you know, this is kind of quiet. And I've only got, well, I've got this much more to go now. Got to go around this little corner and do a little bit right there, and I'll have this done. And then I may see what I can sew on the sewing machine. Let me trim some of them hairy strings off there. And let's see, what's the freaking fabulous. I saw the cornbread and buttermilk. Cornbread and buttermilk. Cornbread and buttermilk's a pretty good snack, ain't it? I don't think I have any. Well, I know I don't have any buttermilk right now. FO, I don't know what FOMO. What's FOMO mean? Somebody have to tell me. Fear of missing out. Okay, I'll try to remember that. Kim, my great aunt used to eat crackers and warm milk and salt and pepper if she couldn't sleep. Crackers and warm milk. Crackers and warm milk don't sound very good to me, though. It don't sound like something I'd want. Fear of missing out. I didn't know that. Y'all just taught me something. Melody, my mom loved her cornbread and milk. She could eat that for every meal. I've told this story before, but one time my mom and dad, and they were older generation. They were having cornbread and milk for supper, cornbread and buttermilk for supper one night. And one of the granddaughters was over there, and she went home and told her mama, she said, I feel sorry for grandma and grandpa. All they had to eat was cornbread and buttermilk. But that's what they wanted. It's written by Chelsea Stratton. And what was the name of that quilt? You said a hometown Christmas or something. Well, she did. She went home and told her mama that she felt sorry for her grandparents. And they had more to eat, but that's just what they were eating. I think she's gotten older now. She learned a little different that's just the way of country folks sometimes. And maybe it ain't just country folks that like cornbread and milk. 13. 13 in here. Hello to the 13 that's in here. It's been a day or two since I made a pan of cornbread. I ought to put a pot of beans and a pan of cornbread on today and eat on them for this week for a few times. Let's see, Melanie, my mom loved her cornbread milk. She could eat that for every meal. And you miss her now. Freaking fabulous is what I'm doing, making 15 bean soup and cornbread, maybe some fried taters. You've got a plan. You got a pretty good plan, freaking fabulous. I probably won't do the 15 bean soup because I don't have a package of those beans, but I've got some other dried beans I can fix. And Liz made a huge Cracker Barrel meatloaf last night, so you're set for a few days. Don't you like it when you make something and you got leftovers for a few days? I do. We don't mind good leftovers. And that meatloaf sounds good. I'm fixing to have to thread my needle. Sure hope I can get it threaded quick. And freaking, yes, ma'am, I love that soup, but I use the Goya ham bouillon instead of the seasoning package, and they freeze well too. I said I don't think I have any of that. And let's see, Kim's got leftover roast, and it sure tastes good. Oh yeah, take a leftover roast and make roast beef sandwich or something after you've had the roast, and make some stew with. You can do lots of stuff with leftover roast. All right, I got to thread my needle. Just a little. Don't know if you can see my little teeny piece of thread. There it is. Oh, here it is. Here's my thread. That little spool's getting not a whole lot left on that one. I took it off the sewing machine. Get it long enough to. Had a friend the other day tell me you're not supposed to get a long piece of thread to do this. But I want enough. This may be the last time I have to thread this needle for this quilt. I got it. Look there, I got it. And Melanie, I like to use Knorr bouillon. Makes everything taste good. This quilt it's a trip around the world, and it's got Grand Haven fabrics. I've showed it a bunch of times, but it's trip around the world, so it's got those squares, and it's Grand Haven fabric, so it's kind of pretty. And this right here is what I put on the back, and it's just almost done. I gotta finish that much of the binding. In Rowena, I fixed green beans, potatoes, and sausage in the Instapot. And Nor adds a lot of flavor too, freaking says. And Kim, I made it in my crock pot with a package each of brown gravy mix, ranch dressing mix, Italian dressing mix, and onion soup mix. Mixed in a cup of water, pour over it. Well, you put a lot of them dressing mixes though in it, don't you? Cook 4 hours on high. Let's see, you said brown gravy mix, ranch dressing mix, Italian. And you put 4 different mixes in there, Kim. You put a bunch. And I don't have an Instapot. What did I do with my needle? Here it is. I got it. I don't have an Instapot. I got a little Presto pressure cooker, just a little one, and it cooks stuff fast though. It makes amazing gravy that way, and the seasoning is fantastic. I imagine it would be. Baked chicken, and Melanie made baked chicken breast. 'Just few more minutes here. Not long. I'll get this done. 14 of you guys in here. I like the bone into skin on chicken breast. I can only get them at my base commissary. I may try to go back to bed for an hour or two after I get this binding done. Or I may get my pillow and lay right here. I'll probably sleep on the couch, couldn't I? Forgot to put the chat on all messages. Well, there's not too many messages, so you're probably getting them all, Melanie. This is just kind of a small chat. There ain't a whole lot of us. Just a few of us insomniacs, as you said. Because most of them's in sleep, in bed snoozing. That needle, there it is. Me sing y'all a lullaby? That put you to sleep if I sing you a lullaby? I'm not going to. but I'm not going to. About a string. Some of those. There was a big old full moon tonight, wasn't there? I know when I was laying there in the bed, I could see it out the window. Can't see it from here because it was on the window on the other side of the house, but it looked to be pretty full. We got Billy. Hey, Billy. Hey, hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Thought I was the only one who can't sleep and just get some. There's 15 of you in here that can't sleep. I guess 16 including myself. So I thought I would just see if I couldn't finish this project. It's falling in the floor. Pick it back up. And how have you been, Billy? Other than you can't sleep, you been doing good? And Linda says, I just finished my little Christmas tree quilt at 3:30 this morning. Now I'm putting the binding on the bloom quilt. That bloom quilt's pretty. And you sent me that pattern, and I'm going to start it someday, Linda, but I don't know when. Got a knot in my thread. Did it come out? Maybe it did. I tell you, Linda and Cheryl, between Linda and Cheryl, they get to crank the quilts out. Kim, I worked on hand embroidery yesterday and finished one dish towel. I remember you telling us that when I was up there at the quilt house with everybody, you were working on embroidery. Billy says, my daughter and son-in-law came over yesterday, helped her finish her quilt top for best friend, and he mowed, pressure washed ramp, cleaned gutters, and we'd eat the weeds. I bet you appreciated getting all that done. My husband cut hay yesterday, and I hung out with two of my sisters and another lady at the quilt shop for a little while. Then we went for a walk, and then I don't know. I didn't get a whole lot done yesterday. Won't get a whole lot done today babysitting. That was a lot, wasn't it, Melanie? Melanie says that was a lot. He's a good man. Yes. Billy said, yes, he is a sweetheart. I'm going to turn my corner, and I've got about 4 or 5 more inches here. Get my little miter made here. And Billy says, yes, he's a sweetheart, and Melanie, you're lucky to have him. I may have already read that. Did I already read that? This quilt's going to weigh a whole lot to have to ship to Michigan. You know, the more things weigh, the more it costs to mail them. Did you decide what size little building that you want? I want it to be big enough, but the bigger it is, the more it's going to cost. And we were just out messing around that day. You guys know, I've told you guys that I've wanted a cabin for 10 years, for a long time, longer than that. Still hadn't gotten one. I'm going to keep on trying to get one though. But y'all know my poor old husband can't do what he used to do. He hurts, he don't feel good. Melanie says, let's see, let me go back and read. Billy says, had company 4 days last week. Cowboy finally asked him, don't you have a, finally asked him, don't you have a home? He likes to be with you, Billy. You're good to him. He enjoys your company. Melanie's in a group of YouTube who need NICU blankets for babies in the hospital, 36 by 36. I made one, but need to finish it. I know, I've got a quilt shop, but I want a cabin. Years ago, I bought this wood cook stove off of this marketplace, and I want to build a cabin and put that old wood cook stove in it. Kind of an old-fashioned cabin is what I want to do. And my husband's wanted to do that too, but we just never have got it done. But that wood cook stove has been stored away in a building for lots of years. I'm almost done. Let's see, Melanie, I've got a couple more in plan. Started digging out fabric, got lost. I said I had 2 or 3 projects I kind of finishing up. I start a bunch of stuff and don't finish them. Yesterday, those 2 little quilts, they had the binding almost sewed down on them, and I finished the sewing the binding, and they're on the table over there to the side. Almost there. Almost there. Don't want to yell too loud. This one, Paul, from you on our YouTube chat said he wanted to buy this one, and I priced it to him at $500, and he said he'd take it. When we built our log home, I wanted a wood cook stove in the kitchen along with my gas stove. We couldn't find one in decent shape, so you couldn't get one. I know, they're kind of hard to find, aren't they, Kim? But I found this one a long time ago, and it's been, like I said, it's been stored away. And then, well, actually, I bought more than one because later I found another one, so I've got two of them that's stored away, but not any way we can use them right now. I got it done. I'm going to see if I can hold it up. This thing is huge. It's king size. But it's done. It's like 100 and something by 100 and something, so it's big. It's a big job to put on. Okay, I got it. See if I can. Look better. I'm gonna see if I can fold it up. And I want to show you the two that I finished yesterday. They were just little 3-yard quilts. But this one, this little thing didn't have the binding. So I finished the binding on it yesterday. But isn't it cute? And the other one was just a little Christmas quilt. That's the back of it. So that was what I did yesterday, just in my spare time down here. But my sister and our niece has got a little consignment shop, and so I'm going to take these two down there. In the back of this, in the back of that one, pretty too. I think this thing is heavy. This thing's heavy. Whew. I tell you what, I don't know what it's going to cost to send that one. They are pretty, but they're all the way done now. The medallion one, oh, that one with that with the star, and it's not very big. It's just like a little wall hanging, but it's done now. The binding, I started it a while back, and finally got the binding all done on it. More expensive than a new one. Were you guys sleepy yet? Melanie, I finished an I Spy quilt for my kiddo Saturday. It was a 5-yard quilt. You supersized 74 by 82. I always wanted to do one of them I Spy quilts for my grandkids, but I never did get one made. If you'll read it, if you pack in a pack and ship box, the price, no matter what it weighs. I know that, but will it fit? It's pretty good size. But it's a pretty thing, if I do say so myself, though. Ugh. There's another little quilt over there that I use as a pattern. Let me show you this crazy little quilt over here that I made 4 or 5 years ago. I bought some crazy chicken fabric and made this little 3-yard quilt. Oh, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years ago. But it belongs to the little girls down here. Let's see if I can show this side. Because on this side is the crazy chickens and the eggs and the little footprints. And this has got them whimsical chickens on it. Vacuum bag and do it that way. I'll have to figure out something. But you know what? I'm gonna make Paul pay that shipping on that thing's what I'm gonna do. If he wants it still, and he says he does, he gotta pay for the quilt, the shipping, and the taxes on it. Good morning, Meadowsweet. And what time is it now? It's 4 now. I could go back to sleep for a couple hours. Could you guys go back to sleep for a couple hours? Yeah, this one, I like this one. I do. I ordered this fabric from someplace. I might have been connecting threads that I found it, and I just thought it was cute. You're gonna get up? I know we couldn't sleep, Meadowsweet, so we just kind of got up and done some. I've got kids today, so I really need my sleep. Look at my eyes. They look tired, don't they? And I'm a good mind just to get my pillow and stretch out right here, though, on the couch, like I told you. Not go back to the bed, just lay here. My bed just don't seem comfortable anymore. I think it's my pillow. I think I need a new pillow. Oh, you get up at 5 a.m. regardless? I get up early, but maybe not this early. Let's see, what else could I work on by hand? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on something. Millie tore her little dress here. Linda's trendy threads. I bought these little dresses from her from the little girls, the little bluey dresses. And Millie was crawling around on the floor, and she ripped hers. Her knees caught it. So I'll put that back in there. I'll sew that right quick. That's what I'll work on. Get me some more thread. I think I might tack it in there by hand and then take it to the sewing machine and sew it tighter. Look, but looky there. She just ripped it completely out. In Central Time, it's only 1 hour before your regular time. what I want to do. Figure out the best way to repair this. Bluey and bingo on this little dress. That's a big hole. I know. She was playing and her knees caught on it and she just ripped a big hole in it. But it can be fixed. Let's see. I think I'll gather it back up first. Is that what you do too? Make the gathers and then stick it back up in there? Where are you talking to me, Liz? My batting? I bought some warm and natural from one place, and then I ordered the big rolls of it from Moda that I sell in the shop. I'm going to take more than just this thread to get this to hold. I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and top stitch along that too, I think. Do I ever sell? No, I can't get, I don't know where to get Tilda fabric to sell like I sell, so I ought to check into that, but I don't. Yeah, she did a number on her little dress, but they play rough sometimes. Tilda is expensive. I probably wouldn't be able to, molding some of them's kind of expensive. But if it was very expensive and I didn't sell very much of it, I don't know if I'd want to invest in that or not. May not be real cost effective for me. Oh, I unthreaded my needle. Get it back in there. Got it. Got it tucked back in there. Sew this back side here. I still think I need to take it to the sewing machine and make a little top stitch. But now the back's got the little lining, so I'm going to sew back here too. I buy mine from Walmart online, Pellin 80/20. Sometimes it's 9 yards, 90 inches for a good price. Oh, Liz's fur baby's up. You got to take her out. I am going to top stitch it though, because just this whip stitching's not going to hold very tight, and she'll be crawling around the floor playing and ripping out again, won't she? You don't want to take her out? And I've forgotten where you're at, Liz. Is it dark outside? It's dark outside still here. But here, I would just open the door and let mine out if she needed to go out, and then open the door and let her back in. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to top stitch it. But I did get it tucked back in there though. And now I'll just run the top stitches along the edge of it to hold it tighter. But it's fixed and she can wear it again now. It's a little sundress. So I have to wear it now. It's almost fall and winter time. Now, looky there. No hole in it now. Louisiana. Yeah, I was thinking you was Louisiana, but I didn't want to say for sure. And you can kind of see the stitches where I whip stitched it. And then I whip stitched it back here on the other side. Okay. One more little thing that's almost loose end wrapped up. Get my batting and wide back from Linda's. They are only 30 minutes from where you live. Melody's in Biloxi, Mississippi, and Liz is in Louisiana. Billy's in Texas. Kim's in Missouri. I'm in Arkansas. And who else is in here? That Ashley was Kentucky, wasn't he? I don't know. Ashley may have went back to sleep. Never seen a quilt shop ad on the TV. Huh? I don't think I have either. Not on the TV. Okay. You know what? It's been an hour. I'm going to move these quilts and I'm going to take a nap on my couch before time to get up. So I'll probably see you guys again later. If not, y'all have a blessed day. Love y'all. Thanks for joining me and keeping me company. Good night. Good night. Good morning. Is it good night or good morning or bye? Let's just say bye. Let y'all finish your little bit of conversation there about the quilt batting. I'll be back. Y'all will probably see me again after a while. You know you will. They have had a YouTube channel for a while. Good night. Good night.